All right, first thing I think we came out really clean. We had some guys banged up going into it, got a couple little bangs, nicks, and stuff, but overall came out really, really healthy. I think we had a great spring. We had a great breakfast this morning with all of our families. I don't know, 300, 400 people with our moms and dads and sisters and brothers, and a couple. I would say probably 4 or 5 dads came up to me and said, Coach, just looking at the last 2 scrimmages, like we're more physical, we're more aggressive. I love it. So just hearing from parents, talk about what we have done, what they see compared to maybe last spring or last fall camp and scrimmages, because they have obviously full access, unlike you guys do. But I'm happy with where we are. I think we're only going to get better. I think we got a lot of playmakers that didn't even play today, which is exciting. You guys got a chance to see a few of those guys out there today with a lot of stuff not in on offense or defense. So, questions?
What did you see from Nate and Eli specifically today, the two quarterbacks?
Again, I haven't looked at the stats here. I'm looking. I guess Nate's 12 of 16 through a TD. Eli was 10 of 23, so a little under 50%. But I think both of them managed to huddle. I think well. I don't believe. Who threw the pick? Someone threw one. There was one. Holston did. So we threw one pick, and it could have been a sack too if you go back and watch the videotape. Might have been a sack before he threw it. But you got to protect the ball. But I thought both of them did a nice job. Obviously, Nate was with the second offensive line, so I think it's impressive what he did just with the twos being up there and getting the ball quick out of his hand, and got some playmakers out there.
Does that even matter in a game like this, Pat?
No. I mean, it's hard. I mean, you can imagine having all the weapons on offense on one team together. That those are things you don't you look at. And we got 22 Pitt players out there. We're low on numbers. We even had a couple defensive ends go in and play D tackle for the first time in the game today. I think Zach Carruthers, David Ojigbe, and there's one more. Carruthers, Ojigbe. That never played D tackle before, that just jumped in there and said, Coach, I'll do whatever, let's go. So.
Will Nate still be QB1 at the start of training camp?
Yes, he will be. Yes, he will be.
You called him a gambler earlier this week with some of the deep shots that he's taken. How do you feel he processed the field as far as just watching it, the eye test of his decision making?
Yeah, and again, I call him a gambler because in practice you have to go. You got to go. It's practice, right? I mean, we know. Sometimes they might throw an interception in practice. They're taking chances and seeing what they can do, what they can't do. You didn't see him take many chances today. I mean, he had a nice touchdown pass at the end. But I've seen Nate. He just continues to grow. You look at what he's done in a short period of time. I'll go back. This is the first opportunity he's had since he's been here to get reps with the ones, and to me, that's the most impressive thing. And he just keeps learning. He'll have this offense mastered by the end of the summer camp.
Well, the guys who didn't play today, could someone have played if it was an ACC game, maybe?
I think Rodney had one carry. Blew the whistle. He might have had just 1 or 2 plays. Thought they'd throw it to him. They handed it off to him. But could we? I'm trying to think. Probably not. They might have been a week away from playing. I mean, like Terrence Moore is a week away. So was Branson Taylor, probably a week away, and we weren't going to risk it. We could have pushed him back, but maybe Poppy plays a little bit, but we weren't going to do that anyway.
Pat, what's better with your quarterbacks now than as opposed to practice one?
What is better?
What strides have you seen them make?
Getting the ball out of their hands quickly. I mean, I think you saw some of the quick get the ball out. They're blitzing. Throw the ball, get it to a tailback, get it to. Desmond Reed or whoever, get it in space. Don't try to be the hero and think you can throw the ball down the field. Just their feet in the pocket will. I think, again, the thing you can't measure is just their knowledge. I mean, just learning a new offense. Just imagine if you had have a brand new occupation. That's basically what it is. It's a whole new ball game. It's different stuff, and all the quarterbacks did a great job of just picking up. I mean, they got a lot to put together.
Such a marked departure from what you guys, say for maybe Kenny's last season, with what you guys have done basically since you got here. As a head coach, and I like to let the offensive coaches kind of do their thing. Is it hard for you to watch? I mean, is it a shock value for you to watch your offense be operated like this?
Not at all. I don't know why you'd even ask that. Like, to me, I love it. I mean, I want to score touchdowns. I want to be explosive. You can do it out of any offense. But we chose this offense, and it's comfortable. Football's comfortable. It's a defensive guy. I've seen this all like I see it. I'll never forget. You can call D'Antonio up tomorrow. We used to sit there, and we had the same pro-style offense up at Michigan State, and we'd be watching cut-ups together, and he'd be like, Pat, look, the offensive line didn't block anybody, and they gained 10 yards. It's like, that's spread offense, And we used to just laugh, just like spreading them out and running the ball. I'm good with anything. I'm a football coach. I mean, I've seen it all. 90% of the offense we face are what we're doing now, and it's a pain in the butt. And I'm not talking the complete tempo, but just the spread philosophy and throwing the ball out there on the edge. And Kenny Johnson gets a touchdown by just throwing a 3-yard pass, and we got a touchdown. That's easy. Taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
I'm sure you had to expect some growing pains with the new offense, the new staff. Did you see too many growing pains, just enough?
Probably just enough. I mean, again, I saw growing pains on defense too. There's growing pains with every player. I mean, you look at the offense, defense, and then you look at the individuals. And, our job as coaches is to develop our players. You develop an offense, you develop a defense, and then you develop the individuals in, the offense or defense. So I think, that's what we do as coaches. And there's always pains. I mean, there's pains with Jesse. I couldn't be happier. Jesse Anderson came up and made a tackle so quickly, probably mid-third quarter. Jesse Anderson, number 16. And I was so happy to see him because there was times he's missed that tackle. And we've been telling him, hey, he'll break down and then the guy will make a miss. It's like, oh, Jesse, stop slowing down. And Jesse just went up there and had the most beautiful tackle. And it was like, that's how it's done. And he'll just grow from there. That's what we do as coaches, to watch those guys. Cruz, you know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, to watch those guys, you've seen Jesse, to watch him make that tackle, man, that's as good as a touchdown. Just, but he's going to continue to get better. He may miss one too. McMillan missed one out there today. So that's why we coach, is to make those guys better and continue to teach them.
Do you find some of the newness going on, sort of, I don't know if reinvigorating is the right word, I'm trying to think of a different way to put it, like a different offense, new coaching staff,
Yes,
new kids.
breath of fresh air.
Yes.
No doubt about it. And again, our kids feel that too, and that's why I'm so excited. When your kids are excited about doing it, then I get excited as a coach for sure. I get excited.
Zion caught 4 passes. Lamar had the deep touchdown. Cam Montero had the short catch. Of the younger receivers that aren't Kenny Johnson, what have you seen from that group and guys trying to step up and
growing pains, Jerry? Growing pains. Zion, there's been growing pains. It was fun to watch him go out there and catch some balls. Good that Lamar got that. I was talking to his dad, Lawrence, at the breakfast this morning. He's awesome. And I said, I'm going to kick him in the butt. I said, just check out his effort today, because it can be up and down. And today he's up, family's there, some fans out there, but he's got to turn that on when nobody's watching. But Lamar's got a chance to be really good. Zion's got a good chance to be really good. Those guys can help us this year. We'll see how far they grow.
What do you believe is,
We're going to take 2 more. Corey, go ahead first.
what do you believe is the next step in the evolution of this offense?
I don't know if there's a next step. It's just polishing it up. It's continual polish. Our kids are still learning it, and there's a lot of conversions going on out there. There's a lot of still learning to go. I mean, we're not even close to where we could be. This is just the first install. We'll have a summer install. As far as just in the middle of the summer, we'll go through the same thing, on both sides of the ball, and then we'll have fall install, and then we'll be ready to go.
Amanda, get the last one.
How would you assess Kenny Johnson's performance this spring and as well as Gavin's?
Yeah, it was good to see Gavin. Gavin had a nice sideline catch on I don't know what, 20-yard out, 15-yard out. I don't know if it was a 7 route that he had to break off flat. Then he had a nice catch over the middle and, broke a couple tackles. Gavin was great. Kenny Johnson, those guys are superstars. Those are 2 big-time players that make us a lot better. And, when they're out there for, 4 15-minute quarters, I think a lot of things can happen. And in Kanate Mumfield, too. Those guys had a nice day today.
Coach, thank you very much.
Okay. All right, guys, have a great weekend.